With so many cards in circulation and so little time, it can be hard to keep track of fluctuating prices. So I'm here today to give you the scoop on 5 awesome Commander cards you should buy right now. These selections have dipped significantly in price and are currently ripe for the picking and ready to be slotted into the deck of your choosing. As always, this video is brought to you by the EDH Jank Center, your source for everything Commander and everything Jank, and I am your host Jordan. Now let's dive in. So for our first card up today, we have Chromatic Lantern. This is 3 colorless mana artifact from the mystery boosters. Lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and it itself can tap for 1 mana of any color. So in doing all the research for this video, I was made very upset by the fact that when I bought this card for my Kenrith deck, it was at $10, and now the cheapest version is sitting at $2.76 at the time of making this video. Makes me very jelly, but I'm trying to spread the word so that your wallets won't have to hurt as much as mine. This card fixes all of your mana for you and even acts as a mana rock itself. This is perfect for any deck that runs multiple colors and maybe doesn't have the most expensive and efficient land base. Alright, next up, let's take a look at Questing Beast. 2 green legendary creature beast from Throne of Eldraine. It has Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control can't be prevented, and whenever Questing Beast deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls, and it's a 4/4. So this was one of my chase cards when I first got into Magic around the time of Throne of Eldraine in 2019. Super excited, by the way, that we're returning there in the fall, but that's for another video. But I never pulled it, and at the same time, it was way too expensive for me to buy the single. But not anymore, baby! This card used to hover around the double digits, but for some reason, it has now dipped to around $4, and I am not complaining because, wow, this is a great creature. Just look at all those abilities! And it's only 4 mana, like what? Anyways, go snag the Questing Beast right now before it probably spikes once the new Eldraine set comes out. And while you're doing that, we're gonna move on to Treasure Vault, which is a colorless land from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms that says you can tap it and add a colorless, you can pay X and tap, sacrifice it, create X treasure tokens. Also, something to note is that this is an artifact land, but yeah, this colorless land from the first D&D set just hit its all-time low price this month, and I think now's a good time to snag it. Treasures will basically always be relevant now that Wizards has essentially made every color synergize with it in some way. And it being colorless means we can slot it in any color deck we want. And if you're running something that can reanimate lands, then you're in even better shape. Like Lord Windgrace, which, random, but I just heard Olivia from Commander at Home refer to Windgrace as Cat Dad or Cat Daddy or something like that, and I have not been able to stop thinking about it now, so. Yeah, let's move on to Ashnod's Altar, 3 colorless mana artifact. This one's from the Brothers War Retro Artifact series. It has sacrifice a creature, add 2 colorless mana. You know it, you love it. This card is simply incredible for artifact decks, reanimation decks, sacrifice decks, and the list goes on. According to MTGstocks.com, this card has been declining in price all year long, so I think now's a good time to snatch it up, and we might be seeing a reprint of this in Commander Masters, so maybe it'll go down even more. Also, I cannot believe that before the time of Commander, this card was sub $1. Absolutely insane to think about. I hope at least one of you out there made some money from your stack of Ashnod's Altars you thought were worthless. But hey, you know what's not worthless? My Discord, which is now public, and it's a bunch of people that love budget, janky, and underutilized cards. We talk about sets, spoilers, cards, budget brews, and anything and everything under the MTG sun. We also host monthly giveaways of fun MTG product every single month. If you're a patron of the channel, you get an additional entry in giveaways, but you do not need to be a patron to get in on the action. So if any of this sounds appealing to you, that link is in the description, and I will see you in there. And for our last card of the day, we got Tamio the Moon Sage, 3 blue legendary planeswalker Tamio. This one's from Jumpstart 2022. Its +1 ability is tap target permanent. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. The -2 ability is draw a card for each tapped creature target player controls. And the ultimate ability is you get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size, and whenever a card is put into your graveyard from anywhere, you may return it to your hand. And she starts out with 4 loyalty. So this is another card that typically hovered around double digits and is now under $3. I'm honestly kind of surprised because all of these abilities on this card are great. You can ice someone's creature for a turn, you can synergize that second ability with all the forced combat and goading that's going around the format currently, and that last ability, I mean, that speaks for itself, doesn't it? I feel like with all the proliferate support in the Phyrexia All-Be-One set, this would have gone up in price, but hey, I'm not complaining, and neither should you. Go snag it if you can. And before we even knew it, we are at the end of yet another video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you dug this content, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below what cards have dropped in price that you really love. Did I miss anything? And did you like this kind of content from me? I will do more MTG finance or budget focused videos if you'd like to see them from me. Anyways, I'm always down there in the comments interacting with you guys, so come on down and have a chat with me. That is it for me. I will see you on the next video, and don't forget to join the Discord if you're interested. All right, guys, I'll see you next week.